So we're starting, looks like, at Bristol. We won the pole last race. If you're watching the stream, great. If not, last race was Chicagoland. Fun deal. Ended up, I was in, I don't know if I barely had the lead in the last lap, but we really came from behind. Started 14th, and in 11 laps, I think we did taste the lead briefly, which is good. But we'll see what we can do here at Bristol. I think our main competition has left the chat, so that's fine. We'll just do what we can to start and protect the lead. So I think this is the first race in this new era of streaming where I actually start first. So starting first is obviously a huge advantage because you don't have to waste your tires or any of that other stuff, your damage or your fuel to get ahead. Starting first is really, really good because you start off with a massive advantage and you're just basically protecting. So when you're doing that, my strategy is always to maximize the first couple of laps because you want to get out of the, how do we say, the skirmish, because there's usually a skirmish at the beginning, whether you're in real life or in racing, or in video games. There's always going to be like a skirmish at the beginning. So if you're in first, you're in second, your main job is to build a biggest lead as possible to get out of the skirmish, all while leaving something in the tank for that rest of the race. So let's see what we can do here. Bristol, and let's go. 20 guys looking for a win.
So hey guys, what's up? This is Future Zach checking in to narrate the races.
Not a great start, I won't say, but decent.
Yeah, so my whole goal with this is to just kind of walk you through what it is that I'm thinking while I'm racing. Because if I'm talking to you while I'm racing and I crash, that's probably because of what?
Just got to find your groove at Bristol. It's not an easy track.
That's probably because I was talking. So the more I can cut down on my talking, the more I can come back in the future and give you guys a fresh perspective and look back on it. So we're already on lap 3 and we are trying to run away from the guy behind us. Okay, we're trying as hard as we can to build that gap, but we also want to leave something for the rest of the race. So he gets a little bit too excited,
A little bit aggressive.
too aggressive, and he hits us right in the back of the car. Not a good look. So now we take advantage of that. We got about a 0.4 of a second lead.
Nice diamond off the corner.
Diamond off this turn 4, and we're gonna try to continue to build that lead.
So we got this guy chasing us. We're really just trying to eliminate that threat. So build as big a lead as possible, put him to sleep.
Okay, so we're trying to put this guy to sleep, right? So how are we gonna do that? So now we're coming into lap 6, which means we're starting quarter number 2 of the race. So watch how we enter this corner. We enter kind of in the middle, we let it come up, and then we drift down to that pavement. We're not just hanging out in the center and the bottom and just ripping it down the bottom. We're kind of diamonding this. We're treating it as somewhat of a diamond. So watch as we enter, I'm gonna let it drift up a little bit, and then I'm gonna wreck it right towards the bottom so that we can get an exit off the corner. But now I see this guy, he's in my rearview mirror again. He's probably slightly faster, but we have to now negotiate this guy, this pretty much idiot, out in 14th place. So let's see what we can do. Look in the rearview mirror as the guy in second place gets caught up.
Gotta negotiate the lappers, right? That's also in play. Got 20 guys in here, so we're gonna come up on lap cars. So if you can negotiate lap cars good, that'll play to your advantage. Also, luck is involved. Like, you could say that was lucky. That guy could have come up in the track, finished us off. Gotta just stay on your toes at Bristol, always. So how do you get by this guy? He's taking up the whole track. He doesn't realize I'm the leader, clearly. And he's giving me trouble. But you just gotta get past him as quick as possible while minimizing the damage you get. So we're gonna bring up the intervals real quick. As you can see, we are 3 seconds ahead of second place. That does not mean we can chill. We don't have enough. It's not like the race is about to end, but we still have 9 laps to go. So what we do now is you don't chill. You go as fast as possible for the most amount of time possible. But if you get like some guy in front of you, like a lap car, then you could take a little bit of liberty in how you pass him. You can sacrifice some time in order to maximize your success. So we'll see that probably in a couple laps if we come across some lap traffic. So we're monitoring the gap. 3.5 seconds is not bad. Certainly would like it to be a little bit more, but you know, you can't have it all. 3.6. All right, so we are coming up on, I think, 7 or 6 to go here at Bristol. Let's see, 6 laps to go. All right, so now we're up by 3.7 seconds. See, something like that is what you have to prepare for. Now, if I would have exercised just a little bit more aggression there, I would have crashed right into him and been in pit road. But I knew that he was looking tentative. I knew that he was looking weak. So what I did was I took a defensive posture. And yes, I did sacrifice basically 2 seconds out of that lead. But what would I rather have, a 2-second lead or be down by 5 seconds after having wrecked? So that's what you got to kind of calculate here at the end of these races. So 4 laps to go here, 2.6 second lead. Anything could happen, especially with these guys up. This guy's got a damaged car, so you really got to play it safe here. 2.7 seconds. You know, I don't want to force the issue so much, especially with all these guys here. Yeah, right there. See, playing it conservative there was the right move because I was able to avoid the wreck. But now, there's only 1.3 seconds between me and the leader, in second place. So what do you do here now? 2 laps to go, there's still guys in front of you. What you do is you manage the gap as best as you can. There's no assurances here, but you don't want to take any huge risks. And that might be the losing proposition or it might be the winning proposition. I'm a second ahead. I can see that guy right behind, chasing my tail. We'll see how it works out on this last lap. But I do think you take this right here. Yep, you take this and then you take that. Right? And then last lap, as you can see, right there, perfect win. We end up winning by less than a second. So this is like, I think, a huge lesson for anyone. It's like, look, is something like that going to happen in real life? No. But if you do end up building a lead and you're in a position where you have to negotiate lap traffic, which often happens in racing, you have to strike the best balance possible between aggression and controlled conservatism. So I would say, controlled aggression and being conservative. So there were times when I was pushing, but then there's times where I'm like, okay, I have a 3.4 second lead. This is pretty much how much I can give up while still maintaining like a sizable lead. So you have to always be on that edge of like, hey, don't wreck the car, but also go as fast as possible and don't sacrifice that lead. So in the end there, I know it says 0.8 of a second was the margin of victory, but really it was about probably 3 or 4 tenths. So I could not have played that any better. If I would have let off the gas for a little bit and been too conservative, then the guy passes you. If I would have been too aggressive and tried to pass those lap cars, well, now you're wrecked and then you get passed. So really, really like perfect example of gap management and a little bit of a microcosm. Like that's just like a mini condensed version of racing right there. And no, that's not going to happen in real life, but the lessons that happened in that race absolutely will happen in real life. Just it'll play out in a different way, but the lessons remain the same. You still have to win in the most smart way possible.